is it that an independent woman seems like she can't be a good mate, wife, or mother? Like, I still want to cook for my, even if I'm busting my ass.
It's counterintuitive, right? Because
what part is
independent?
okay.
Right? It's the same thing as saying that you want a dependent man. These two go opposite of each other because an independent woman depends on no one and a dependent man can't be dependent on.
What should we depend on our man for?
For protection, provision. It could be spiritual guide. It could be education. A man that wants to
But you haven't said money yet.
The priest, the prophet, that's being
Well,
a provider. That's
providing.
provision.
But I'm saying, like, all of these things that I would want for a man, I would love when men pay for my shit.
But that doesn't mean that you can't have your own money.
But also, why did you go directly to the independent and the dependent?
Do you not those believe are the polar opposites.
But do you not believe that two independent people can exist together in a relationship?
I don't think they need each other. I think that what is the point of having relationships? It's the same thing if you get a business partner that you don't need.
And that makes the most sense. Why would you get a business partner that you don't need? Women do not understand that it is a team effort, that the more independent you are, the harder it is for a man to connect with you. But women want to live out the fairy tale as well as the love fairy tale as well. You can't be both, women. This is why you have so many single mothers that are suffering from depression, because they feel like they can work 60 hours a week and raise a family. It doesn't work that way. One should be the breadwinner while the other is the helpmate. In the comments, Elena says, two independent people is like trying to stick a magnet together. You're absolutely right. It's not going to work because they're going into different directions. Jada Smith says, why do people always make this money thing so-called independence? Because money makes the world go round. Money comes with power. Money allows you to pay to do things that you want to do. Queen 566 says, sweetheart, you can't have a conversation with them 15-year-old hoes because they aren't understanding assessment. The younger women don't understand anything that's going on. And the reason why is because they're under the feminism mindset. Hopefully women are able to get it together so you can get back to getting a man. Because one thing that I've noticed, women, the longer you go without having a man, the worse your life is, with or without money.
A lot of these ladies are sitting there, there ain't no good men left. All the good men are taken. Quit believing that, dude. There's a lot of single men still left in the world. The problem is they're looking for someone classy. They're looking for someone respectable. They're looking for someone that fits their needs, man. And a lot of times women, especially nowadays, they don't want to fit a man's needs. A lot of women don't want to be a traditional woman.
Women enjoy being liberated because the liberation comes with a lot of perks. It makes you feel free. It makes you feel alive to do whatever it is that you want to do because you feel like you're going to be forgiven for it. But unfortunately, life doesn't hand out participation awards. So the more free that these women run, the faster they run into a wall. When we go to the comments, Deneen says, you're looking for a submissive provider. Men are not looking for submissive providers. They're looking for a woman who thinks with logic. A independent thinking woman always thinks in fairy tales. Libby Loves Fitness says, meet a man's needs. I'm nobody's mother. He can raise up. We're not trying to make you a mother. You have to understand that if you want to be in a relationship, it's a teamwork effort, but you have to follow logical thinking. You cannot follow delusional thinking. The independent thinking has you thinking delusional because you start to think that you're better than a man. The more you think you're better than a man, the more you're going to compete with a guy. A man does not want to compete with his woman. TRX girl says they're probably looking for a FWB only. I don't even know what that is, but I guess that has something that a man could just mess with a girl. Charlemagne Goodness says, the men we attract are mirrors. Level up, ladies, by focusing and loving yourself more. Women do need to love themselves more because when you don't, all you try to do is buy your compassion.
Most women cannot get a man or keep a man is because y'all stuck in y'all ways. Y'all want to be the men in a relationship instead of letting the man be the man, letting the man lead. Ooh. I feel for y'all. I feel for y'all.
Women want to be the leaders, but they're not understanding. Your leadership is going down the wrong road. Your leadership is just doing whatever your emotions tell you to do. When men are leading, they put their emotions to the side and they lead with logic so you get a better outcome. When a woman is the leader, you only see chaos and confusion. And in the comments, we have Matilda Orato says, yes, ma'am. Selena says, my man has literally made me a better woman. He changes my ways. Bonnie says, or they don't want to cook or clean or do nice things for their man. I'm so glad I'm not like any of them because I have a husband. Okay, congratulations, you have a husband. The women out there that understand what's going on, you're going to live a better life. For everyone else living in delusion, they wake up normally when it's too late.
A woman says the reason why a lot of us can't find a man is because we're too busy pursuing an education or going after a career that by the time we look up from all of our degrees, there's no MA in there. Let's have a listen.
Well, we go after our careers so much. By the time we look up, we single. We got all these degrees. We got every degree. We got a PhD. And all we got is a DOG and no MAN.
And no MAN, right.
But the man, he can go out and get all of those credentials and do that because here's what it is, Delvin and Justin. At the end of the day, the man makes the choice.
And girl, that's the issue. For the longest time, women have been socially conditioned into thinking that we must dedicate 100% of ourselves into becoming the perfect mate so that one day we can find a man.
A man is not
believe that we have to.
A man is not really trying to force a woman just to be a helpmate. All a man is asking is, don't be combative with us. The more independent you are, the more combative you are with a man because you're fighting for dominancy. A man don't mind if you're independent. A man don't mind if you work. But if you're trying to build a family together, it's best that you let him lead so you're not combative with him. That's the main thing here that women are not understanding.
Have to choose between getting an education, pursuing a career, and being a wife and having a man. Men do not have to choose that. A man could be a husband and a businessman. A man could be a spouse and a hard worker. But somewhere along the lines, women have been labeled incompetent and unable to do both. And well, I don't like that.
History is showing that when women are empowered, there's nothing but chaos and confusion because you lead with your emotions. Men lead with logic. How many times do I have to say this over and over again, ladies? We don't mind if you're independent, but you have to understand you jump into la la land and leave everything around you filled with chaos and confusion. Look at a single mother with children. Look how the lifestyle turns out. The kids normally grow up with traumatized mental illness.
As a woman, you can work hard, live the life you want to, and find a suitable partner. Listen, the hard truth is sometimes we date people on the level that we're currently on. So if I'm lazy, I procrastinate a lot, I'm uneducated, I really don't care about much, but I do like to party, 9 times out of 10, I'm going to find a mate that has those same values, that's equally yoked with me, you know, a like-minded individual. There are plenty of women that find their spouses in college, and nowhere ever has a man said, I'm not going to get money, get an education, or pursue my dreams because I'm going to work on being the best husband I can be. Show me.
Men don't think like that because we're thinking, let's go out and put our life on the line for the woman and family that we love. A man is strictly gaining success to take care of a family. A woman is gaining success to take care of herself. This is why you get different results when men are leaders compared to women.
You could literally do what you want to do and find a suitable partner, whether that be work on your body, work on your physical or mental health, focus on your career. You can do these things and find a suitable partner. And hey, I know what you're thinking. Getting an education and working on my career or pursuing my hobbies are undesirable to some men. Right, babe. That's why we need to start dating men that like smart women. So if you want to be DUMB for some DIK, then me and you are not the same. Hello. A woman said,
women are not understanding what's going on. They think that men are trying to oppress them and men are not trying to oppress them. What we're trying to say is when both men and women do the same thing, as far as hobbies, being independent, running businesses, we both look at life totally different. You go into a world of narcissism. A man goes into a world of logic. Most men are gaining success to take care of a woman. Women gain success to prove to a man that she doesn't need him and that that man should worship her. You're getting two different outcomes. In the comments, Scarlett says, why is the world so stressed out about having a man? Because at the end of the day, nobody wants to be single. Everyone acts like it's cool to be single. The only people that really care about being single are people that have a lot of dreams and admirations, what they want to be. Most people, dreams have been stripped. Everybody's looking for love. That's why it's a big deal. Big Nessa 21 says, the only way it's hard to do both is if the man is threatening and jealous. The man is never jealous. Most guys don't get jealous of women. Women get jealous of men. The only problem is men just getting sick of women being combative from being independent. Just Roro says, damn if we do, damn if we don't. I absolutely agree with that. Once again, a man is not trying to tear you down, ladies, but that's how you comprehend things when we're trying to tell you just be equal and just be submissive in a relationship. Let a man play a man's role because that's why you are with him. But instead, you put yourself under false oppression. Women have to understand you're actually just hurting yourself.
And what is a man to get? What is a man to get? Now, don't take this as no shade because I'm not putting myself on no pedestal, because I'm pretty sure there's a lot of men that look at me and be like, ugh, I would never talk to her. But for the ones that would, you'll get somebody that's loving, caring, respectful, supportive about her stuff, amongst a bunch of other things. I had dudes be like, what do you bring to the table? What do you bring to the table? The table, the chairs, the tablecloth that goes on the table, the plate, the forks, spoons, knives, cutlery, the napkins. Not only did I bring...
Are you guys thinking the same thing I'm thinking here? I don't know, but she's right. You're probably going to look at this video and say, why is she acting like that? Most guys don't want her. It's because she's trying to break down exactly what she has to offer outside of looks, which is what the women with looks need to learn to do.
I bring to the food to the table. Let's talk about that. The food that I handmade from scratch. Flour, sugar, salt, pepper, whatever, making it from scratch. But let's talk about how the food even got to the table. I had to go to the grocery store to get the food. How did I pay for this food? Because I went to work, because I'm hardworking. A lot of y'all be talking about, what do you bring to the table? You don't even own the table. You sitting over there renting your table. Some of y'all got your table in y'all mama's name. Hold up. Some of y'all got your table set up in your baby mama's house. Tell me what you bring to the table. I bring...
What quality of men are you dealing with to even make those statements? See, when women try to come down on men, you go pull out the bummy dudes. No, when men are complaining online, we ain't coming from a bummy dude's perspective. We're coming from a dude who's out here on the grind getting the money. But you guys use the bummy dudes. Granted, we use scenarios where we're using bummy women for reaction videos. But in most cases, the guys that are complaining are the guys that got their life together.
Edges. But for real, yo, I need y'all to write in the comments. If you ever heard somebody say, what do you bring to the table? Write down in the comments what you bring to the table. Loyalty, respect, supportive communication. Do you know how to talk? TAL.
Most girls are not bringing that to the table. Most girls are only bringing hardship and headache. When we go to the comments, Kia says, but what's a man to get that needs to be sound? I don't even get that. I heard a New York, New Orleans, Jamaican accent in this video. You hear a lot going on. Did you see her teeth? You see what's happening. What is a man to get? I'm trying to find out. Black women, you have to understand, you are the most single woman on the planet. You guys shouldn't be finding excuses not to get a man. It's kind of already in your DNA not to get one.